What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Plus Club on Tasty Loot Gaming. In case you don't know, Plus Club is a show where we play the games that PlayStation Plus offers us throughout the month, and at the end of every month, we talk about those games. Hopefully, you guys played the games as well. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Chris.
And what were the games that we played this month on Plus Club?
We played Grim Fandango Remastered. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Hardware Rivals. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Hardware Rivals.
So this month we got 2 games. We've had 3 before, so it's gonna be a little short of an episode. But
yeah. Well, it looks like even that's kind of the trend they're gonna do now is 2 games.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's fine. Before I was like, that's a lot of fucking games they're giving away real quick. So, but yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna suggest we go into Grim Fandango first.
Okay.
This is a game I have heard about for fucking years. Never played it. I know it's one of the Tim Schafer games that people talk about alongside Psychonauts. Originally came out in 1998, which is crazy to me because I had no idea it came out that long ago. Mm-hmm. And yeah, remastered. What are you guys' impressions of it?
I thought for how old of a game it is, it actually they did a really good job remastering it. It looks nice. The controller works great.
Did you cycle through the remastered and the original?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, if you click on the left stick, it will switch.
Really?
Between the
Mid-game,
two.
just...
Wow, that must have been neat to see. Yeah, I'll have to go
The
back
thing
and
that's
do
really
that.
interesting about it is the backgrounds actually don't change at all. They're fully rendered the way they were.
Oh, okay.
But the main characters are smoother by a lot.
I did find a cheap thing you can do with that. If you do it old school and remastered, you can see which items are interactable because the interactable objects will change to old school and back.
I noticed that with the hole punch in the beginning. Yeah, that changed. But character models look way better. They're smoother. I don't know why. And it's 1998, so it was a while ago. But they look really weird in the original version. Like they're spotty and their like colors are changing and their shadows are these weird blocks on the ground and shit that kind of move independently.
Chunky.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Huh.
But it's kind of neat to see that because I also thought the game looked really good for a game that's that old. Even in the original version, because the backgrounds are all just rendered.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What were we saying? Sorry.
No, I was just essentially just saying that like it does look good. They did a good job with the remaster. The audio quality is good. The controller's good. I mean, like it's just technically a quality product. So.
How long did you play the game?
I don't know count wise, but I got through the first 2. I want to call them chapters. I don't know what they're called, but the game has 4 parts. So I got through the first 2 parts.
Just about halfway through the game. I played the game for I'd say about 45 minutes to an hour, so I didn't put as much time into it as you did. I'll get into why that is in a little bit. But how long did you play it?
About half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah. With what you're saying, though, the graphics I thought looked really good. I think the remaster smoothed out everything, looked really good. I was actually impressed by a couple things, though. I think the voice acting was done really well. Yes. I was actually really impressed also that everything is voice acted. I thought there'd be a lot more dialogue
Speech bubbles.
to read. Yeah, exactly. And there wasn't. Like, constantly, everything you interact with, he had something to say about. And I was like, wow, this came out that long ago, and it was ahead of its time, in my opinion.
Well, did you and the first example of it was with the secretary. If you talk to her and over and over and
that's
over,
half of my 45 to an hour was talking to her.
you get an achievement, and that literally is a theme. So if you find someone else, you have a million things to say. There's an achievement for talking to them. So it's kind of neat. So
go ahead.
It just encourages you to go through all the dialogue speeches
Definitely.
to get those little achievements.
Yeah, because they put all that dialogue into the game anyway. Like, some people are going to think, oh, I talked to him for a split second, then I leave. But, like, I came back to characters that I talked to before, and I noticed there was something I didn't say to him, because I was like, that's just one of the many options that were similar. Once you do that, it opened up a bunch of other things. I was like, oh. And I went through that. I was also really impressed with the amount of set areas that there were. I walked in different directions in rooms that I didn't think really mattered, and there was a whole, like, it wasn't just like a dead end. There was actually an area there. Like, I tried to walk up the freeway in the beginning, and he's like, I'm not walking on the freeway.
Yeah.
But I was like, they have to put that in there. Like, who gives a shit?
In fact, I shouldn't even be standing in the road.
Yeah. And I was like, that's cool. And that jackass fucking balloon guy, just talking shit constantly.
The clown, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, overall, I was kind of I get why a lot of people talk about this game still.
Super charming.
The humor's good.
Yeah.
It has a really interesting premise that I don't quite fully understand, but it's all right. But yeah, overall, I thought it was cool. Early impressions?
Overall, it just reminds me of like an updated version of like Monkey Island.
Yeah.
And I loved Monkey Island as a kid. However, playing this game through, I was excited for it, and I was just kind of let down by it, to be honest.
Anything specific that let you down?
The lack of direction in the game from
Oh,
the
yeah.
initial, like, I could not figure out what the hell to do. I actually had to look up a walkthrough to get through just the first section. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And then even once I got rolling, there was just parts where I was just like, okay, now I got this and this. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? And I don't know if I'm just getting dumber as I get older or something, but
I think it's a testament to where games have taken us now. Not necessarily to the extreme of them always holding your hand, but there are all these streamlined systems that guide you. I mean, even a game like Mirror's Edge that didn't have a thing that was like, go that way, still indicated things by colors. A really smart system because the evolution of games has allowed people to think of new ways to guide people. And that game was fully dialogue. I remember talking to the secretary, forever, and just trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to be doing. She's like, don't you know what you're supposed to be doing? I'm like, no, tell me.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do it?
Well, and it's funny that you bring that up because I remember I sat down on one of my days off and I did the first two parts of the game, and I remember letting you know, I was like, you're probably going to need to walk through. It's very old school, and that's literally, I think the best way to put it, it's an old-fashioned adventure game. And, it's from 98, so it makes sense.
Right.
And they've just evolved so much better now, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't want to use Walking Dead as the example, but I actually want to use
even King's Quest, which
Quest
is a more
as
open
the example, because that still feels like an old adventure game, but it feels new and refreshed still.
Definitely.
So,
And with what you both have said about essentially the design of the game, blah blah blah. With the pros that I already gave it, one of the cons I would say is my overall want to continue the game based off the gameplay alone was not compelling to me. But the story was. If this was a cartoon or a movie, I would watch it.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting. I think the humor's good. Everything's super fucking creative in it, but just the
and it
gameplay
only gets,
itself.
more creative too.
Really?
I mean, that's something I've noticed from the Double Fine stuff is like the game starts off kind of weird always, and you're like, what is going on? But then it starts making like a lot of sense in a really cool way, and this game does that too. So.
I mean, Tim Schafer's the Tim Burton of video games, so take that as you will. That can be good and bad, but yeah. Since you're the veteran player here, does it get better?
So yeah, to enter a little bit of spoiler territory here. Just to summarize the first part of the game, you are a Grim Reaper, part of essentially a sales team that when people die, you race to the dead body to bring them to your office and try to sell them a plan to the afterlife.
See, when I was playing the game, I was like, the storyline can't be that fucking crazy. And then you're saying, I'm like, I guess I interpreted it correctly.
And
That's
then finally you get to a point where you're like, you're tired of this guy. He's always taking your sales. Like, I'm just going to be aggressive and take sales. So you break a machine. You steal the address to the new dead body, the premium customer, whatever. You go and get her, and something goes wrong. You don't get her, and then she leaves. So no one gets the sale. She leaves, and you're in trouble because a client is walking who should be taking the number 9 train, which is like the
weird,
the expressway to the afterlife, or whatever. It's the big sale. So you start doing that, and you get locked in this room until they figure out what to do with you, and then all of a sudden you get rescued by this underground organization who's against this because there's a conspiracy going on within this company.
It's a very elaborate storyline,
and you find out that they are stealing train tickets so they can sell them on the black market. And so you join this underground, resistance essentially, which the secretary is part of. She's a spy.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
This is all spoiler. Of course.
Warning.
And you leave to go find her. And then the second part, just to very quickly skip ahead, you end up getting the ownership of this club that does gambling.
Okay.
And you run the club, but the cops, you know, they are always trying to, like, you have to let them win type of thing. And then you're finally just like, yeah, whatever, I'm not going to let them win anymore. And you go through this whole thing of, like, you find the girl, but she leaves. And so, like, the whole time you're trying to figure out how to get on a boat. And so you, like, fake this dude's death so you can take his place on the boat crew and blah, blah. And it's just this huge thing just to get on a boat. That's the whole second part.
This is almost as complicated as Metal Gear Solid.
And I have 2 more things to go if I want to just keep playing it, which I probably
Which
won't.
brings me to the next question I want to ask everybody. Is this a game that you could see yourself playing, not necessarily right now, but is it something you'd want to continue or finish at any point?
I think I just watch a YouTube video for the rest of the story because I am interested. It is very neat.
It sounds cool. It sounds interesting.
But I don't think I want to play it unless they do not just a remaster, but like a remake and update.
With more modern systems,
stuff like that. And I know he's been a fan of doing a lot of stuff on Kickstarter. People would fund it, I'm sure.
Guaranteed. But they probably want a sequel.
But I love Broken Age, though, as a good example. And that's a newer game. So it only had a couple moments where I got stuck versus this game I felt stuck the whole time. So.
Any interest in continuing it?
Nope. I'll probably delete it when I get home.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I appreciate it. I think there's a lot there, and I completely understand why people love this game. I kind of want to play a little bit more just to dive in further because I feel like it deserves that with the amount of work they put into that, especially like bringing it back with a remaster. But, you know, the inner gamer in my brain's like, you don't want to play that. Like, you want to continue it, but you don't want to play it. So, I mean, like, if I was watching someone play it, I think I would enjoy it. But, I mean, I got fucking Warframe to be playing right now. I got fucking Earth Defense Force 4.1, the Shadow of New Despair, to be playing right now. I accidentally bought The Division, so I gotta play the beta to that. I mean, I got things to do. So Final Fantasy Explorers. I got shit to do. So I don't know. I probably won't continue it, but you know, to each their own. What do you guys think? Did you play this game? Did you play it back in the day? Let us know in the comments below if you like this game. Have you not played it? Does it sound interesting to you? Let us know. And for the second game on PlayStation Plus that we played, Hardware Rivals. Hardware Rivals is a third-person car combat game in the same vein as Twisted Metal and like Vigilante 8, but in a more cartoony style and with upgrades. I actually did a gameplay video of that. Make sure to check that out in the link above. So you played this. What did you think of it?
I loved it.
You loved it?
I loved it.
Really?
I usually don't like this kind of games. Loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't expect that.
I just wanted to keep playing it.
Oh, wow.
I hate PvP games, but something about this was just entertaining.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Did you do pretty good in it?
Yeah, I got about second every time I played.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm hit or miss in that game. I either do really, really fucking bad, and it's mostly because I'm chasing after people and they're not dying, and then I lose them. Or people shoot me and I run away and nothing happens, and that's like pretty much my experience is just nothing's happening constantly. Or I hit a stride and I just fucking destroy. But no, it's cool. I did not expect that. What did you think of it?
I love the style of it. I think it's a very cool looking game. It's cool it has upgrades and stuff, but I feel like there's not a lot of upgrades. And even though there's 6 vehicles, whatever, in the beginning, I felt like there was 2. A Jeep and a tank. And that's all it felt like.
There's 4 vehicles, there's 2 tanks, 2 Jeeps, or there's like a dune buggy and a Jeep, and then 2 types of tanks, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I went through them and I was like, Jeep, tank, Jeep, tank, Jeep, what?
Yeah, and essentially your tanks are slower and shoot, or do more damage when they hit you, and they take less damage when they get hit, but you have to aim and shoot and wait, whereas the Jeeps drive fast, shoot fast, but do less damage, take more damage. Did you do pretty good?
So I did the tutorial first where you just learn the controls or whatever, and then it puts you into a match immediately after you finish the tutorial, which I wasn't ready for. And it was me versus 2 because my teammate ended up leaving. So I got my ass kicked. And there was like a minute left on the clock, so I didn't even really get a taste at that point, but enough so to where like I was like, okay, this is what it feels like to play against people. I played one more round. It lasted about, I think, 10 minutes, and I ended up getting first place actually. So,
Nice.
It's got fun qualities to it, but I wish aiming seems really difficult to do in that game.
Yeah.
And I don't think the maps offer. At least the map I played was a pyramid.
Yep.
Wasn't a lot of like cover except for certain spots.
That's most of the maps in the game.
Open areas.
Yeah.
But overall, it's cool. I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one, to be honest.
Where I was at is I like the graphics. I like the style of the game. I think the game plays really well. It's super smooth. I think the physics are too good because if you get hit too hard or you do something weird, you do like 8 backflips. My biggest problems with it though is aiming seemed kind of wonky to me. Only when I like free aimed though. If I was just like driving for like back in Twisted Metal times, I seemed to do a lot better than when I actually like freely looked around and shot things. I couldn't kill shit when I did that because half the time I was hitting and not hitting, hitting and not hitting. But when they're ahead of me, I could hit them more. There's upgrades that allow you to lock on faster or get a better aim assist, which I think is cool. But overall, I saw potential in the game, and I did enjoy the game when I was doing okay. But when I was doing, and I don't want to say bad, just when I was doing nothing, I was just like, I feel like the game is missing some kind of key component that I cannot put my finger on.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you bring it free. I didn't know you could do that.
Me either.
So that's probably why you guys did so good, like starting. Because okay, so like in racing games, I'm always looking around.
Yeah.
Like I'm driving and with the other stick, I'm like doing this constantly and looking behind me and all this shit.
No.
So the first thing I did when I played the game, I was like, kind of look around. I was like, yep. So I'm like driving and shit. I'm like trying to shoot people as I'm driving this way and stuff, and they're like spinning out and driving that way. And I'm like, I can't hit shit. So yeah, that might be just me and to my detriment, trying to do more than I was able to.
I would say just point my vehicle at people and hold your primary fire and then try to hit them with the whatever secondary I had at the time.
What do you guys think about, because we've all played car combat games, what do you think essentially about the aesthetic upgrades, the actual upgrades, and the maps all having a special? That did you get to see that at all?
Yeah, that's the only time I died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about those things?
I love games you can change the aesthetics. It's like one of my favorite things about them. The upgrades that I got, it didn't really seem to make a difference too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's on purpose, is that so you don't get like someone who's like farmed the game for hours and you get something really good and just dominate
That's
everybody.
super awesome, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, I liked it a lot. It's just the different colors and the patterns you can make. I make a guy and he's pink everything, and I just laugh.
My guy was also pink. Everything was
so
pink.
much fun.
Yeah, I went with red and yellow, I think. So.
I remember looking through the aesthetic things you can unlock with the in-game currency, and I saw one of the vehicles has a cow on the front, on the hood, and I worked hard, and I finally got to the point where I could purchase the cow, and that was the most excited I was in the whole game. Is now I have a cow on the hood of my car. I was so fucking excited.
Any aesthetics.
Yeah.
And there must be like different ones per vehicle or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, each vehicle has a bunch of different ones.
It seemed limited to me though.
One has like a bed in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's like fucking like
Shaggin' wagon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Huh.
One of the tanks has a pirate boat theme where the wheels are like water and then the top of it has a mast and stuff like that. It's so cool.
Yeah, the vehicle I had little
funny,
like radiation symbols for tires or smiley faces, and then it had like ammo crates you could put in the back, and in the front could be I think it was just like a metal hood, just huge thing. And it looked really good. It really did. That's one thing I really do like about this game. The appearance, even though with the empty maps, does look good. Even like the pyramid, I was like, oh, this is cool. And you like drive up and jump over the big opening in there and stuff. And the other thing I do like about it is it almost gets like this Quake vibe where you have like the little health things everywhere. So like you can do that. Like the match I played, I was having a firefight with a guy and I almost died, and I whipped around a pillar to not only avoid fire but to grab the health I knew was sitting over there, and then I just dominated the guy.
See, this is why you and him did so well, is because when I got into fights, we'd just be shooting at each other and driving around and shit. And finally, we'd both just stop our cars and just go
Fucking alpha fire.
until one of us goes.
I whip around. If I started losing a fight, I'm gone. Serpentine. Just,
Yeah, I would do that too. I'd like duck behind things and zigzag and like try to run.
I'd like see like a hell thing right over there, and I'm just like, wait a second.
The only time I ever stopped was tanks. I would get because I played the Jeeps. I don't like tanks.
Yeah,
I
I
just
didn't
sit
like
right
them
behind them, and they're like, I'm like, nope, just keep.
Yeah.
I would run into tanks all the time where they're like facing this way, I get behind them, start unloading on them and shit, and they'd finally just go. I'm just going, and they just like turn slowly and go, oof, and just kill me. I'm like, fuck, all right.
Yeah.
It's definitely a run and gun game.
Definitely.
It is,
You
especially in the
can't
Jeeps.
stop.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like though is if you hit the e-brake, you can
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah.
180, and that is great when you're being chased.
So it's safe to assume preferred vehicles for all three of us were the faster Jeep type vehicles.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Yeah, because I tried the tanks, and I can see why you'd want to play one just because you're a fucking tank.
Yeah.
But I have to be mobile, especially in a fucking car game. I don't want to be moving
Well,
slow.
and especially because it's like I said, like I loved being able to like dip behind things and like make them chase me and like almost like lure them into traps. So, yeah, no, I definitely like the tanks. Just not my play style. So
Definitely. I'm on the same page. Is this a game you would continue to play or play again? Maybe with people? Or?
with friends, I think I'd enjoy it more.
Yeah. I didn't get to play with anyone, which is kind
by
of
myself. I don't think so.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to get those gerbil wheels for that tank.
So,
Fucking A.
so that was a good free game for you. Then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go straight home and delete that one?
No.
Okay.
Give it a couple months.
I was thinking about getting rid of it, but if you liked it, I might keep it around for a little bit because I enjoyed it, but I think I enjoy it more with people.
Yeah.
Because it's got a party system and all that stuff, and in a game like that, it's team-based shooter. So I mean,
Yeah.
I always want to play those with people.
Like I said, it feels, even though I know it's got that vigilante age or twisted metal thing, it feels more like Quake to me.
Yeah.
In a weird way, it's very Quake-esque to me.
So if you think about it, though, like all car combat games are essentially Quake only in vehicles.
Yeah.
Because even Twisted Metal, you're jumping off jumps, you're grabbing specials, all that stuff. Just the big difference is the mechanic of driving and e-braking and stuff like
Right.
that.
Instead of
But
bunny
and
hopping
driving
over everything.
fast, even though I would argue in Quake you're going just as fast
Yeah.
because those
you go pretty
motherfuckers run
ridiculous.
real fast. But yeah, overall, I liked it. There's some things about it that I felt they weren't underwhelming. I say that a lot for certain games, but just did not hit it for me where I wanted it to. But overall, thought it was cool. I feel like we all kind of are there. I feel like you're more enthusiastic about it than all three of us. But yeah, overall pretty cool game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm kind of with you. It feels like something's missing. So.
And I think there's potential there. For me, it feels like a good good foundation to build on. I want to see more vehicles, more maps, of course, more upgrades maybe, because I'm sure everybody's gonna hit max level at some point. So, and more aesthetic upgrades for the vehicles that already exist and any new vehicles that they might add. It was smart of them to release this for free because I played the beta before it came out. When it was released, they released it for free for PlayStation Plus members, and I think it's smart because people are going to play, they're going to like it, and then when the DLCs come out, they're going to start spending money.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, selling someone a phone and they're going to be paying every month for it. You're going to make that money up after a while. So, whatever the cost of the game is, they're going to make up in the DLC sales, I'm assuming. So, yeah. Anything else we want to say on that?
It just reminds me of Team Fortress 2, but with cars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's got that Frag Fest feel, it seems like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else?
No, I think we've pretty much covered it, so.
All right. Did you guys play Hardware Rivals? Do you want to play? Let us know in the comments below. I think that's going to do it for this episode of Plus Club on Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. What are the games coming out for February?
February's Plus Club games are Helldivers, Democracy Strikes Back.
Which is cool. Me and you already own that.
Own it, yeah.
We enjoy it. This gives you the DLCs that I believe.
Yeah, I think it comes with all the content.
So that would be cool for us because I didn't buy those.
One, and fun bit of information, any of you who played Magicka, same company.
Same company. And it's
similar,
just as fun,
unforgiving gameplay.
Definitely. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
Make sure to check that out. And what's the other one?
The other one's called Nom Nom Galaxy.
Which is a pixel jump game. Looks like it's a 2D perspective platformer type game.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too much into it.
So I have no opinion on that yet, but I will soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Back to Helldivers just for a second. Also, if you have a PlayStation 3 or a Vita, it's cross-platform for all three. So.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Eat that fucking Microsoft and your different Xbox Live servers. But yeah, make sure to play those games for February, and make sure to come back at the end of the month, and we'll do the same thing. We'll talk about it. But yeah, make sure to check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasteful Gaming. Check us out on Twitch, Sleep Division, all one word. And like and subscribe if you like this video. Make sure to check out our other videos. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until the next episode, we'll see you guys Tuesday. Until then, take it easy.
Bye.